LCII imperative for tailored cybersecurity for MSMEs. Today we have Dr. Shekhar Pawar, who is an inventor for BDSLCCI on the domain of cybersecurity framework for companies. Recently, Pawar has been awarded the Excellence Award in Innovation of Cybersecurity from ACCI as an investor of the business domain in the specific least cybersecurity controls implemented framework for MSMEs. We would like to welcome Dr. Shekhar Pawar to the call. Doctor,
Hello.
hi,
Thank you very
Doctor.
much. Thank you
Welcome
very
to the
much,
show.
Prem sir
Good
and
afternoon.
sir. Thank you. So yeah, thank you for the introduction.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So are you able to see my screen?
I am adding that into the screen, sir. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you for the warm welcome and introduction. So I'm Dr. Shekhar Pawar, and I own two companies, SecureClaw Incorporation and GrassDew IT Solutions Private Limited. So we are right now focusing majorly on cybersecurity, and especially for micro, small, and medium enterprises. We are focusing the cybersecurity on them. So today's presentation is about delivering some insights of BDSLCCI, which is a new innovation of cybersecurity. I did doctorate in this subject from SSBM Geneva, Switzerland, and I converted this into useful platform along with the cybersecurity standard, which companies can implement in easy way and very cost effective also. So as you can see on my screen, there are two people. One is Linda, one is Raj. And Linda own a company, a startup company, which is in e-commerce. And Raj own a pharmaceutical manufacturing, a small and medium enterprises, you can say. And both are facing some problems like how they will go and implement good cybersecurity for their business, because uh, as a startup you are always having less funds, many challenges, you are exploring your market capabilities, and also MSMEs are also facing many challenges after pandemic, and overall also they are always trying to sustain and grow. There is a huge competition, huge expectation in the market. So how they will invest in the cybersecurity, that is a question which always reside for such companies. If we look at global statistic, 90% of the businesses worldwide are small and medium businesses. Few countries call it as a small and medium business. Few countries call it as a small and medium enterprises. In Africa and India, it is known as micro, small and medium enterprises, MSME. All are same kind of terminology depending on the region as well as the size of the company, employee strength, revenue. The SMB or SME or MSME definition changes. So 60 to 70% of employment opportunities are generated by these companies, and 55% of the GDP contribution of developed economy is generated by these companies. We will call it as a SMB or SME in this presentation. According to NCSC's report of 2019, one out of two small and medium enterprise is facing good chances of cyber attacks, and 43% of small businesses are always on radar of cyber criminals. 60% of small business which undergo cyber attack, successful cyber attack, because of the intensity of today's cyber attacks, uh, many of them, like around 60% of them, shut down their business down the time of 6 months. So these are few statistics of 2019, and after pandemic also it is the same condition, even it is becoming worse. So why these small and medium enterprises are not able to get good cybersecurity posture? That was my question, and to find that answer I did my doctorate. This I conducted a research survey, research interviews of top management of small and medium enterprises from 19 different countries, including India, United States, Switzerland, Australia, Africa, and many countries. And I interacted with them down the time of months, and I actually got three major problems there which they are facing. They are saying, look, we don't have enough funds to implement cybersecurity standards available in the market. There are very good standards available like ISO 27001, NIST. I am also student of those standards. starting from the early age of my cybersecurity journey of learning and as auditor. But I would say they are more like they are very strict and very uh, having large number of cybersecurity controls, like hundreds of controls to be implemented, which small and medium enterprises are not having enough funds to implement or maintain. That is the first problem which I come across. Second problem, the small and medium enterprises top management are saying like, look, we don't have knowledge, we don't have skilled resources like pharma, chemical, different domains they are working, even IT. They have very limited team size and they can't afford a, a knowledgeable person in their team to implement or maintain the cybersecurity standards. Thirdly, they are saying we can't see any return on investment. All the standards available in market, if you look closely, those are generic in nature. Even though you are a chemical, pharma, manufacturing, e-commerce, or IT company, whatever domain you are, even though you are school or college, it is having same kind of generic cybersecurity nature or controls of the implementation which they recommend. So it is not giving the direct return on investment or business goal specific cybersecurity. So they the top management is saying, why shall we invest in cybersecurity? What is the returns? How it is linked to our business goal? So these are three major problems. Then I invented a new framework which is known as Business Domain Specific List Cybersecurity Controls Implementation, BDSLCCI. And this framework is actually giving domain specific cybersecurity. For example, if you are a pharma company, you will get 15 to 40 controls of pharma related business, where we are protecting mission critical asset of the company as well as the defense in depth mechanism. I will be covering that in upcoming slide. And it reduces the cost of cybersecurity implementation by 6 to 10 times, which is making more easy for small and medium enterprises to implement or adopt. To make it more feasible and more scalable for millions of companies, actually I and my team, actually we together work very hard for creating bdslcci.com, which is an AI enabled web platform where companies can come register themselves. They will see journey of the cybersecurity and they can actually implement cybersecurity. We are giving many things at one portal, under one umbrella. So we give them guidance, we give them free policy document, we give them their employees cybersecurity training, we give them tools to use and find weaknesses in their computers, we give them daily cyber alert and email notification service, many things I will be covering in that upcoming slide. So why BDSLCCI? BDSLCCI, as I told you, is the one-stop solution of cybersecurity, and it is a published, internationally published and accepted research. Since 2022, I have implemented it in many companies, and I got very good feedback. They are very happy, owners are very happy, and company top management is also appreciating me. This BDSLCCI research had been published in elsewhere, JJIMEI International Journal, which is very highly indexed journal. Then it got published as a chapter in of 33 pages in book published by Imral Publishing, United Kingdom, on which this book is talking about global digitalized economy. My chapter of BDSLCCI is second chapter of this book. Also, now this entire research and its framework, how the software has been developed, and all those journey, and along with more than 300 cybersecurity areas covered, is our definitions and elaboration of the cybersecurity word is given in this book BDSLCCI, which is available on Amazon, Kindle version, paperback, color book, print version, as well as ebook. So you can have a look at this book, and it was ranked number one on Amazon Kindle version, encryption and security category. And this book, it was very big news on SSBM Geneva's website also. This BDSLCCI related articles has been published more than 100 newspapers, starting from North Korea, America, and Australia. Many countries have published this news about this BDSLCCI framework. As we already, if you are from cybersecurity background or you know some cybersecurity standards, so you must be knowing like there are three things: confidentiality, integrity, and availability, which come together and forms a security posture of your company. If confidentiality of particular asset is broken, then it is known as disclosure. If integrity is broken, it is known as alteration. And availability is broken, it is known as destruction. So it causes the cybercrime. So it is very important to protect mission critical asset of the organization against confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So if anything will broken, the mission critical asset will damage. For example, if your company is manufacturing company, your mission critical asset might be CNC machine, computer numeric control machine. And if computer numeric control machine is down for say half day or 7 hours, it is actually impacting productivity. So availability of the CNC machine is most important than our integrity and confidentiality for as a business perspective. So we give structured cybersecurity posture to or controls recommendation, which is actually safeguarding the mission critical asset, which is CNC machine. If there is a hospital and suppose there is a patient in ICU and the ICU equipments got hacked, one lady before few months in Germany, she died because ransomware attack reached till the ICU equipment and doctor were not able to treat her. So that was the first case where direct ransomware attack actually caused human death. So it is an online murder, we can say. So to protect ICU equipment, we are giving cybersecurity standards. So we are actually protecting different mission critical assets of different organization domains. So that is the differentiator between all standards available and our standard. So BDSLCCI is having different domains. Now there are more than 55 business domains configured in this: e-commerce, consulting, mining, shipping corporations kind of thing, uh, institutes, school, colleges, HR consulting, audit companies. So all these are mission or different domain companies which are configured already in BDSLCCI. Also, there are many mission critical assets. Like someone's mission critical asset might be mobile app, someone's mission critical might be design documentation, someone's mission critical might be HR data, someone's mission critical might be software development, source code. So it is very important to understand these mission critical assets we have in our database. And depending on your business domain and your mission critical assets, certain controls are pulled from database. As you can see on this screen, this is not a new kind of methodology, depends in depth, DID. So all generally mission critical assets are treated as a information, but it is not true. Information is one of the mission critical asset according to BDSLCCI. Like I explained you, CNC machine or in pharma company, medicine manufacturing, computerized system, PLC machines, ITO, OT, IoT, all these are mission critical assets. So it is not only information. Information is just one of the mission critical asset according to BDSLCCI. Generally, there are different layers: data layer, application layer, host endpoint layer, network layer, physical layer, and physical perimeter layer, and human layer, governance layer. So these all these layers actually come together to protect certain mission critical asset or organization's information. So that is how why we consider BDSLCCI having depends in depth. So as you can see on this screen, there are these 7 layers are getting covered in different policies which we are giving free of cost to the customers, where they can download these policies, they can use those for their daily routine of the work, and they can actually get more cyber secured. So there are around 35 around policies, as you can see. If we talk about different threats, cyber threats, one of the biggest cyber threat is ransomware attack. And ransomware attack happens from social engineering, or remote desktop vulnerabilities, unpatched software, password guessing, credential theft, remote server attack, third party vendor got hacked. Because of that, the ransomware attack reached till the in the supply chain, and the big organization or ecosystem got hacked. USB drives are also used for convey or transmitting ransomware attack in the organization. So these are the different kind of ransomware attack entry points. And if you look at the defense in depth mechanism design in BDSLCCI, it actually covers all these at different level. It is actually covering all these threats, and it is not allowing those threats to impact organization. Suppose one layer got compromised, then another layer is there to protect. So that is why defense in depth is very important. Yearly we are changing BDSLCCI. Last year we were having BDSLCCI 1.0, which was started at the end of 2022. And this year, January onwards, we started BDSLCCI 2.0, where data privacy is taken at a higher priority. We change few priorities in the controls according to the need of the market and according to the cyber threat landscape, which is changing. We are also having a LinkedIn page, news page, where we are actually sharing many cyber related cyber security threats and news. So we last year we published around 4,500 cybersecurity news about cyber attacks and different kind of threats and rising innovation in the cybersecurity and even crimes, the new innovative ways, sophisticated attacks. And we have actually studied those and we published as a annual report for 4,500 news. We summarize and we shown it in a graphical way how these cyber crimes are impacting different industries and different countries. So you can have a look at that also. So it means the firm cybersecurity standard will not work. Your cybersecurity standard or framework, it should be flexible enough. It should change. It should be dynamic. Yearly, you should change it because cyber attackers, cyber criminals actually innovating themselves. Now, Chat GPT, AI, MLs are also being used in cyber crimes. So you should have flexibility in the framework. It should change according to crimes are changing. So we are changing it yearly basis. If we look at ISO 27001, it is changing 6 yearly. NIST is changing, I guess, 4 yearly, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, that is how it is. But we are changing it yearly because we are concentrating towards least cybersecurity and we want to be in sync with the market. So we are giving these many things free of cost, like the scanner, which is known as SecureClaw crawler, policy documents, cyber threat email notification, security posters. We are also giving our a platform is there in our website bdslcci.com. There is one subdomain where we are actually giving cybersecurity awareness training followed by small test after each video learning, and employees should undergo those tests and they will receive a certificate from us. Also, we are as a deliverable, bdslcci.com gives you BDSLCCI certificate, a transcript, a mark sheet kind of stuff, and web analytical report showing coverage and the effectiveness of the controls implemented. I'm going to show you. So this is a sample BDSLCCI certificate of level achieved. There are three levels: level 1, level 2, level 3, depending on how many controls you have implemented. So companies receive such kind of certificate of level achieved, and they receive a transcript like this, where they are able to see how many controls we recommended and how many controls they have implemented. Apart from that, they receive a web analytical report. I'm going to show you in demonstration part. So where coverage and the effectiveness of the controls is shown. How BDSLCCI can help MSME? So I see many applications of or many uses, many benefits of BDSLCCI. First benefit is like it is with comply of data privacy acts which are changing. Even in India, there is DPDP, which is Data Privacy Act 2023. In United States, California Privacy Act. In Singapore, Singapore Privacy Act. So there are every country is having Privacy Act. In Europe, we have EU. We have GDPR. So which is very good privacy act. And these in cybersecurity, we should protect employees and uh, employees as well as the customers' personal and privacy details, right? So it is very important. So we are in align with that. We help our customers to configure data in a way where it should protect the privacy of the people. Secondly, for if suppose companies are applying for insurances, the cyber insurance is now today's need. Many companies, if they are outsourcing to MSME, they ask for cyber insurance. For that, there are certain controls you need to have. That is also covered in BDSLCCI. Once you get BDSLCCI, you are actually in align with the requirement of cyber insurance also, and you get more trust, more work in the market. If you are cyber secured, customer will not afraid of your systems, your people, because they knew if they give you access or they outsource work to you, it is going to be cyber secured. Also, you will get more confidence, like your intellectual property will not get tapped, you will not be under threat of financial, or you will not get harassed by cyber criminals, or you will not undergo any ransomware attacks. So these are the four key benefits I brought it here. So our vision is to
Uh,
start. Yeah.
uh, Doctor, I think you are in the first slide only is what one of the Sridhar has asked whether.
Oh, okay. My
Okay.
slides are not changing.
No, I don't think so. It is changing. So he's saying any presentation shared, I see we are still on first slide. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Because I reached till last slide now. Okay.
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 We'll share the slide on a presentation on a
Yeah, yeah.
PDF
We will
format
share
and the link down with this.
surely.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So BDSLCCI framework is actually one of the service of SecureClaw. Along with that, we are doing security code reviews, and we do assessment and audits, vulnerability assessment, penetration testing, DAST, dynamic security audits. Also, we are providing virtual CISO service where Chief Information Security Officer and team is uh, is beyond the reach of small and medium enterprises. So we are giving them reasonable service where we represent their CISO department, Chief Information Security Officer department.
Okay.
So this is something I wanted to share today. I'm I was not aware like it is not sharing. But okay, so I'm just stopping the sharing and I'm sharing my screen again
Yeah.
for the demonstration. One second.
Okay.
Let me open the website. So we will share the link of presentation,
Yeah.
PDF. Yeah, so people can download.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm sharing my screen again.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me know once it is visible. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So if you are a new company who, or you are a startup, you are a small and medium enterprise, please go to bdslcci.com and you can register yourself. If you are here watching this video, you can go on sign up page and you can actually register your company. If you register your company with all details, including your official email ID, means your domain email ID, we will take it as a validation that you are part of that company. So we will not ask any documents to be uploaded later on. If you are putting Gmail ID or Reddit mail ID, then we are having some documentation process to start with this portal. After you register your information, you will be asked, you will receive an email where you will be getting a temporary password using which you can log in. You are able to see my screen, right? I'm on sign up page.
Yeah.
Yeah. And after that, you can actually go ahead with the uh, sign in the bdslcci.com. After that, you will see the domains choose domain selection drop down where you can choose one or more domains. Suppose GrassDew IT Solutions is working in software development as well as cybersecurity audits. So I will choose two options: cybersecurity as well as software development. Then it will give me customized cybersecurity controls according to my domain selection. So now I'm just showing you logging into one of the account test account. Okay, I will be adding my password. So I'm just unsharing the screen and I will share again.
Yeah.
One second.
Doctor, you said this is. Can you put the domain name, Doctor? BDSLCCI, right?
Correct. Yeah, bdslcci.com.
B, BDSLCCI.com. Is this right?
Correct. Correct.
Is this right?
So
I'm
yeah.
just scrolling it down here. Is this?
Y- okay.
Give me a
Okay. Yeah.
second.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah. That is the right. bdslcci.com. Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just shared the screen again. I just entered username and password of one of the test account. Once you log in, you are able to see my screen, right?
Yes, we are able to see your screen.
So if you go log in, you will see as first time user, you will see a gap analysis questionnaire. Okay. So we recently added it as a automated process here, but earlier we were doing it manually, but recently we added it here. So as we will understand what is your need, and after 2 3 days generally, we will actually get back with the proper report of gap analysis, which is now free of cost. Okay, so you can answer these questions and you will get a gap analysis by our team.
Okay.
Then once you log in, you will see this is a test account, so it might have some data. but you will see some controls which we are recommending you, number of controls and all those stuff. Along with, we added this button things here, which is similar to this menu option. We work with the companies, even with the companies having one employee and one computer. Like I was trying to deploy it at one company where they have printing press, where is only one employee is using one computer for Adobe and all. So we are
Okay.
reaching till that level where a small company, and we have deployed it to the companies which are 800 employees or 500 employees. So it is that scale is getting captured in this BDSLCCI. So few companies which are very low and they don't have any relation with the softwares word like us, we are using LinkedIn and all. So they don't understand the menu option. So we recently added this button structure here for their ease. And if you look, it shows radar graph how many controls they have implemented. So here, suppose you are having SecureClaw crawler on your machine and you are scanning your machine. Only when you scan machine, you are actually seeing what is going on in this machine. So you can see many checks, like how many spaces remaining, is antivirus active, what are different kind of audit logs. I'm not going in that because it's a confidentiality, it is my machine, that's why. But yeah, so that is possible to monitor. Apart from that, you can actually download SecureClaw crawler from here, and you can actually go and install it on all Windows laptop and desktops. It is not yet made for Linux and other systems, we are working on that. So in next phase probably we will complete that. Then you can download all the sample policy documents from here. Okay, these documents you can download as a zip file by clicking download all policies, or one by one also. So like there is a RASI matrix, responsible, accountable, supportive and inform, sorry, consulted and inform. So we have created a new matrix. In my research, I have created a new matrix which is ARCSIK. A for accountable, R for responsible, C for consulted, S for supportive, I for inform, and K for knowledgeable. Suppose there is a small company, 7 8 people. So how these people will have everything, everyone who has everything as a role, or everything as a specific job profile? It is not possible in small companies. I also worked in small companies where, even though I'm a software programmer, I used to uh, install certificate, I used to configure in IIS, I used to deploy project. There is no separate roles. One person is actually handling 3 4 things. So that's why we created a knowledgeable, informed, supportive kind of roles in this. So it will help. So this Excel matrix is also helpful. Again, what should be the bare minimum policies? 4 to 8 points, 10 points, maximum 10 points, which you need to take care. So we are giving very bare minimum cybersecurity uh, sta- policies which companies can adopt. And there are many such options here. You can even add 5 team members of your company using add teammates button. And after gap analysis is done, this gap analysis report will appear here. These buttons will navigate you. So I'm just going to next button. So here you can see this company is in manufacturing and it has two mission critical asset: design drawing and computer numeric control. They can unselect or select, and they can do save changes. If suppose the company will not see their mission critical asset, they can actually request for new mission critical asset by add new mission critical asset. And our team will take 10 to 15 days to create entire control structure, what needs to be done for particular mission critical asset to be cyber secure. So we will research and we will get back creating that mission critical asset for you. So that is our commitment. And many manufacturing company owners, I talked with them, they said, look, our employees are leaving our leaving job and they are going to competitors, and they are actually stealing the design drawings or patents of our company and implementing in another company. So that how we can protect it, how we can cyber protect our design documents. So we created few controls against for protecting that. CNC machines, like I already explained, the availability of the CNC machine. Once you select the mission critical asset for your company, it actually shows you what is importance for design drawing as a mission critical asset. So it shows the mission critical asset has confidentiality. As I told you, the confidentiality of the patented design is very important. And if we look at CNC machine, it will show availability is the more important, right? 49%. So how this calculation is done? It is done by AI/ML, where it compiles hundreds of records, and it gives what should be the priority for your company. So we have created that database, where we took input from many company owners, and we created the database, which is actually getting studied. If we go ahead, it is showing the mission critical asset related controls, so keeping system up to date and like that, network firewall and all. So these things they need to implement. Once they implement certain control which we are telling, so they need to select yes or no. If they select yes, no, it is directly going to give result at the end. If they select not applicable, this particular part will be skipped. But afterwards, they need to give reasoning why it is not applicable. Suppose you are working from home, you don't have physical office. So physical security layer will be different for you. Your home will be physical security layer, not office. So in that case, few things changes. So after that, companies will go ahead. Suppose I'm just selecting here yes, yes for say level 1. So as 1.3, 1.4 are showing level 1 of BDSLCCI. There are such uh, there are around there are 3 levels. Now I selected till 1.5 as a yes. I'm just going next. So here it is showing depends in depth. I explained you the layers, right? So depends in depth, there are uh, less permissions to the user and many such controls. So you have to implement this, and these are also part of policy documents which you are downloading. And once you complete these things as yes, no, not applicable, few things you can't do not applicable. Those are mandatory. You can't say it is not applicable for my organization. It is not allowed. So, but few things are not applicable. So here it is showing like because the mission critical asset level has reached 2 levels, and DID also reached 3 levels. So BDSLCCI level 2 is achieved by this company. And once they go ahead, they actually need to pay for the audit and for the certificate. So there will be little charges which we are charging them. So this is how the BDSL is there. Then after they submit, they go ahead with the audit phase. They will actually upload the evidence against each control which we saw. They will upload around 10 screenshots of the each control, which will get reviewed by auditor of BDSLCCI as well as lead auditor of the BDSLCCI. So both will give ratings. 10 out of 100, they will give marks to that each control based on the evidences, and according to the percentage calculation will be done for effectiveness of the on coverage of the control. So that is how the BDSLCCI has been designed, and then we generate certificate. And if there is any drawback, or sorry, the particular control is not properly implemented, we give feedback. Auditors give feedback back to the customer, so customer receives the feedback on this portal. So that is how wonderfully this product has been designed since last 3 year, 2.5 year, and 3 year, and it is already being used by hundreds of companies, and they are finding it very superb because it is very easy, handy, and we are giving many things free of cost here. So they can download posters, they can uh, see history of they see user manual, they see gap analysis. They can also get guidelines. We are working on guidelines like what should be the guidelines for Wi-Fi router. So we are giving all those documents free of cost. So it will help them to be confident in the market, and to also the people who are working with them, the big organizations will get confidence. Recently there was a news like Toyota Japan got hacked because their MSME company which was working with them got hacked, and attacker used their access for hacking the uh, big company. So that is how it is. Supply chain protection is very important nowadays. So that is what I wanted to share with you. I'm just sharing with you one more thing, as I'm just sharing my screen again. So let me know once it is visible. So um, once companies are actually
I
going.
don't see it shared.
Yeah, I'm just sharing one second. Uh, is it visible?
Yes, I am
Yeah.
bringing it.
So
Yes.
web analytical report is one of the outcome, and I just printed it as a PDF file. Okay. So there is a functionality you can export the web analytical report into PDF. So this is a PDF report, which is outcome of the web analytical report at the end of. So this shows the company's detail, like it is just a sample report, but you can see it. Every certificate, every report is having unique ID, so as no one can make another report. On our website, there is an option like you can search for any certificate ID, and you will see which certificate is issued to which company, and we are showing it is a hidden text, like few characters we are hiding, so it is not going to be privacy concern for that, for that company. But here you can see uh, this report is very elaborative. It is the outcome of the AIML platform, and it is showing the assessment methodology use, different parameters, and you can directly share it with insurance companies or your big companies which are outsourcing to you, and it is very elaborative. You can see there is a radar picture which is showing how much coverage of the control and effectiveness of the control is according to auditor. Few controls you are watching as a zero parameters because those are not yet implemented. Like there is algorithm for robot is one of the mission critical asset for this company, but they haven't implemented, so that's why it is. Or physical perimeter probably is not applicable for particular company because they are working from home, they don't have any physical office, they only have virtual office, so in that case it will change. So it shows you good amount of data. Then you can go, and always there in cybersecurity there won't be any risk free audit. There will always be low risk. It is not like going to be zero risk. It is all because it is very dynamic, so that day it is a low risk. And then it depends in depth, it shows the coverage of the controls. So green color shows the coverage of the particular layer, and if you go ahead, it shows the effectiveness of the endpoint. It is showing effectiveness of data layer and other layers. So it gives you proper idea about what is happening in this particular organization and how much they are cyber secured. It shows the design document coverage, and again blue color shows the confidentiality. So confidentiality is covered properly for algorithm of robot, so like that. So it this report is very elaborative for any organization, and they get more confidence in the market. So this is going to be one of the outcome. I already shared with you two certificate and transcript samples. So this is something I wanted to share, and I hope many companies will utilize this platform. It was like days and nights we have. Myself and my team have worked for this platform. It is not only platform; it is a framework like ISO 27000 or NIST. They are also similar kind of framework, but they are more expensive, and they are very good. I'm not blaming any framework. They are very good. They are institute for cybersecurity, but they are more expensive for small and medium enterprises. So I'm trying to bring something on table for these companies in very low cost and very easy to implement, and many things we are giving free of cost. And I'm actually working towards creating a community of MSME where we can come together and we can work together for cyber security, and we can cyber secure our ecosystem. So I guess that is what I wanted to share.
Great insights, doctor. Great product. I see. I think it is accepted by BSI and ISMS online, right? These are frameworks are accepted by them for audits.
No, not right now, but it is not. It is a different framework actually altogether. It is not. We can't compare with other. It is a new concept. Like there is no framework which is talking about business domain specific cybersecurity. It is first kind of framework where
Yeah.
I got some pointers how I can create it business domain specific. Suppose you are having a ERP system,
Hmm.
say any system, SAP, Tally, whatever. It is for your organization. The importance of that uh, ERP system might be different,
Okay.
and for other organization it might be different. So depending on your organization, your domain, and how you look at that as a business point of view, it changes. And we are
Hmm.
trying to protect businesses.
Okay.
Okay, so we suppose CNC machines we are protecting. It means we are protecting business of that manufacturing company, right?
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
my focus is on the business, how businesses will get benefit.
Okay. One question that I have is how is it suitable for MSME companies? or organization to use this? You covered that at a brief level, but is there any specific things that we need to look at BDSL CCI?
Look, any company who is like might be school, college, small company, micro company, even everyone is now using internet. Either they are using Facebook for advertising,
Yeah.
LinkedIn, or they are using web. They are having website. They are receiving many mails, many orders. Even
Mm.
HR department, financial companies, they receive many emails of documents where viruses actually enter in the organization. These departments are more vulnerable. So
Mm.
everyone who is connected to the internet and using internet or applications for the business is my customer, is should we use this BDSLCCI. And BDSLCCI is actually means many companies, even if you read BDSLCCI book, the Tritrock, which is one of the tool manufacturing company, they are
Mm.
into business of 30 years. They
Okay.
were first implementer of BDSLCCI, and they have offices in Germany, United States, Dubai, and India. And they are very manufacturing tools and many things for the many organizations. So they were first customer of mine, and we actually I went there. I sat there days, and I actually implemented. I spoke to HR department, accounting department, their mechanics. I spoke to their data people, IT people. I took feedbacks from all departments. And what are the cybersecurity challenges they are facing? Now, suppose there is an accountant. She
Mm.
receives an email from the director in the manufacturing company of 500 people. She dare to call that director and asking, "Have you sent me such email?" She
Yeah.
will transfer the money, and these kind of frauds are happening. So what are the best practices they need to have? So they gave me inputs, and even the solution which I designed, I again went back to the companies who were participant of this research, and I
Mm.
discussed with them that I'm creating this kind of solution where I'm bifurcating the uh, mission critical assets need in confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So they were happy. They said, "Yeah, this is what we want. We don't want to invest everything, means lakhs of rupees or millions of rupees in one go. We want to implement first availability of the CNC machine, then
Mm.
integrity, and then confidentiality. So it will break down the implementation of the cybersecurity, and we will also go and see the result of it." So this framework is actually designed to break down structure.
Mm.
Okay. And it is helping companies, and we are continuously elaborating, and we are continuously evaluating the market needs and new attack. Like earlier days, if you remember in our when we were using computers uh, in early days like 2002 or 3, I don't know, but that time the computers were having only one ransomware attack, which was WannaCry. And WannaCry was actually encrypting machines, and it was actually asking for decryption key.
Ah.
And afterwards what started, the hacker become very wise. They said company people are actually formatting the machines and they are not paying us. So they took backup. They started taking backup of the data, and they started encrypting machine later on. Once you
Mm.
pay for the key, they will say, "We have backup of your data, we will sell it on dark web." Okay.
Yeah.
So you pay us again. So it is known as double extortion. Then again,
Okay.
after some time, triple extortion started, where companies are not even paying for backup. They are saying it is encrypted, whatever. So we don't want to pay. But then they said, "We have IP addresses, we have customer details, everything of you with us. So
Mm.
we will do denial of service attack on your network. So pay us." So,
Okay.
and again, there are fourth level of ransomware attacks happen now. The
Mm.
methodology is evaluation is happening. So now hackers, what they are saying, we will spread this news like your data got leaked, so your share market price will come down.
Mm.
You will lose your brand trust in the market, right?
So
So
we,
these kind of evaluations are happening, and accordingly cybersecurity should change.
yes.
So I'm doing it daily basis. As a CEO also, I'm reading 7 to 15 attacks, and I see there is a huge change in the attack. What was happening in 2021, what are happening in 2022 and 2023, and now there is Chat GPT and AIML is also used in this year. So
Yeah.
You should change. You should not have some rigid cybersecurity standard which is lying there for 4 to 8 years, and you are using it and you feel, oh, I'm cybersecurity. It's not like that. You should change yearly. So
Hmm.
I'm doing that.
Doctor, one thing now that you said you have implemented this in many companies. What is the first feedback that we are getting on the framework, Doctor? So, is there a how is the response? Is what we wanted to
Yeah.
understand.
First thing is we developed this portal. Like we are from IT background, means many teammates are from IT. So we were not understanding the use case properly, the usability of the framework. Like I at the start of demo, we I shown you there is a menu option,
Hmm.
but the person who never saw such web portal, they are not able to use it, so they said we want buttons, so we added buttons at the dashboard. So that was also learning experience. Another thing, when I went to and met many people from different department of different companies, I spent lot of time talking to different employees of the companies, and I was waiting in reception to get appointment of employees. Okay, and I spoke to them. I came to know real problems which they are facing, right?
I have Sridhar Kamath who has a question which I am bringing up here. How DID is different from zero trust?
Yeah. So zero trust framework is also very good framework, but it is talking about the access level permissions.
Hmm.
Okay, so it is talking about no one should have access to particular thing unless and until it is really needed. Okay,
Okay.
so it is access is access centric approach, and it is also very good framework. But have you seen many cyber crimes are happening nowadays on the companies? And even though companies are having, I don't want to say name of the framework. I already or standards in this live telecast. So it is like the even though companies are having zero trust and many things, they got hacked because the major cyber crimes happen because of the employees unawareness or negligence towards the operation. This is the daily monitoring activity. Why shall I monitor again and again?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
that kind of, so behavioral, so you should always give them new means that is why we are sending daily alert email notification, at least 2 3 email notification we send to companies saying this is the new kind of malware, you need to take care of these things, and that thing. So it actually helps companies to be cyber aware, and we try to educate customers. So zero trust is different than depends in depth. Depends in depth is actually layered approach. So it is not having zero trust is a different approach. It is access level, access permission related access. So if you look at Maharashtra in India, so there are many forts, right? Castles. So each fort is having 7 8 doors, Shani
Hmm.
door and main door and like that. So there, that is the same approach. Like in Maharashtra, we know Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, he built many such fort castles where if suppose one layer got broken by enemy, the another layer is there to attack.
Okay.
So that is how the defense in depth mechanism works, and it is said like since 4 decades this defense in depth mechanism is in place in many cybersecurity frameworks and standard, and it is said like it is adopted from United States military, but it is being used since long if you look at history. So that is very important to have access, but to defend against different layers. So that is how defense in depth work. And we are actually also covering the access mechanism, but not at the zero day, zero trust kind of framework. But we have some kind of multi-factor authentication and many access layers, which we are
Okay.
talking in BDSLCCI. So
Um,
zero trust might be suitable for particular use cases or particular companies where really it is needed. Suppose there is a missile launch or some such kind of functionality, there will be zero trust needed because it is not possible. It will be very harmful for the organization. Right?
And one question that I have is, do we have a certification for BDSLCCI? And if yes, what is the period that you will take to get the certification done for any organization?
So once we do gap analysis, suppose we will come to know like 20% of BDSLCCI is already there in the company.
Mhm.
They have
Mhm.
antivirus, they have some kind of operations policy and all. So then it will be we need to upgrade them to 80%. So that is how we evaluate, and we actually few companies are able to complete BDSLCCI level 3 in 3 months also. Few
Okay.
companies are taking 3 months to only reach level 1. It depends on the top management who is taking or investing time in this, and again they are taking seriousness about this. So that is also one of the influencing factor. But I have seen few companies were able to get level 3 in 3 months. The
Mhm.
level 1 can be done easily. It is not having very difficult kind of format of controls. So level 1 can be achieved in 3 4 weeks. So that is what I would say. So it depends on the need. So few companies are having cyber insurance need, so they actually completed level 3 in 1 month also. So because top management was, I want everything now, I want this cyber insurance because we will lose our client. So
Yeah.
they are forcing and they are investing heavily, so they are going with that. So that is also motivation factor for that.
Okay, great. Vijay, with this, I think we are good with what doctor has given. A lot of insights. Very good product, I see, doctor, and you have put all the policies for each of the sectors that is needed, and you listed out in the uh, website of BDSLCCI website. So anybody who's interested can log in, register, and use the services doctor is providing. Vijay, you would like to add anything, Vijay?
Yes, Prem, I'd like to ask one question.
Yes.
You mentioned level 1, level 2, level 3. Is there any frequency which we need to recheck this certification? Like ISO, we have the survival audience or audit, all this, right?
Yeah.
So, how about our framework?
So BDSLCCI certificate will be valid for 1 year
Hmm.
because we are changing framework yearly basis. So we are not having any surveillance audit kind of stuff, but we are asking companies to undergo changes according to our new changes. So say there might be 10%, 20% changes, but that they need to do, and they need to again submit the evidence against it. Because we want to make a ecosystem where as hackers are moving ahead, we will move ahead, and we will go before, means we will go 2 steps ahead than hacker. So that is what I'm working on. So we are keeping it very simple. We are not going to give it for 5 year or 2 3 year kind of. We are actually changing framework entirely, means slowly with the market. So this year, as I told you, to BDSLCCI 2.0 is more focused on data privacy acts, because I guess that is the need after pandemic, and many people and people in personal life as well as professional life also. Many companies are facing lot of hacks of the privacy. So that is what I'm aligning with.
Great. Thank you, Doctor, for sharing these insights. Uh, this was a wonderful session. Thank you for joining us today, and thank you, audience. With this, we would like to conclude the session. Thank you, Prem.
Thank
Thank
you very
you,
much for
Doctor.
the opportunity. Thank you for calling me. It was
Thank you.
really helpful.
Thank
Thank you.
you, Doctor. Great innovation. We wish to see more people joining you. Anything that we can do, please let us know. We will be there for any
Sure.
kind of support that you want to do us. We can do for you. So thank you for any questions. Please put it on the comments, and we'll ask Doctor to respond to the questions. We have given our mail ID down, and the next session's details scrolling down on the session. You can reach us. We will connect you with doctor, and we can see how it can be taken further on the next steps on the framework. Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you very much. Thank
Thank
you,
Thank
you.
you.
everyone.